Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. We appreciate your business. We absolutely do. Story about Vince Vaughn. You know Vince Vaughn. He's in Wedding Crashers. He's been in a bunch of other movies. Jurassic Park, Swingers. The list is long. Dodgeball, blah, 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 blah. He's been around a long time. I met Vince one night at the whiskey bar in Hollywood. He's a very tall man. Very, very. And this story here from the Associated Press says here, Vince Vaughn says he doesn't understand people who are interested in the love lives of celebrities. Couldn't agree more. Vaughn told reporters recently, according to AP Radio, I don't know who spends their time on, oh my God, what happened today? He has this advice for those who are obsessed with celebrity gossip. Go kiss someone, and go get something to eat, and take a nap. You're going to be fine, kid. By the way, speaking of picking up chicks at weddings, Vaughn said he wouldn't be good at picking up chicks at weddings because he doesn't like blind dates. He said you don't really know the person. You're kind of forced into the situation where you're not really comfortable. He said it's easier, I think, to meet someone and say, let's meet out somewhere, or, here's the nub of this, bring our friends. Both bring our friends. That way there's less of a pressure on it. You're more comfortable. Now, I got to tell you something. In my opinion, if you bring your friends, it's not a date. Because the idea of a date is to get laid. You don't bring your friends on a date. You just don't. That's just a bunch of acquaintances getting together to eat or drink. But you don't bring friends on a date. You don't. You might talk to your buddies on your cell phone during a date, or if a date isn't going well, you might find out where your friends are and then let them join you. Ever done that? I've done that one. You're on a date and it's not going well. She's not who you thought she was, or she's not going to put out, or she's making some excuse or whatever. And so you don't have to spend time talking to her the rest of the evening. You bring her out to where your friends are. Ladies, if you've ever been out with me when I've taken you to, like, the Rockin' Bowl out in the valley, for example. In Studio City, they got Rockin' Bowl. The bowling alley has, like, black light and loud music playing late at night. And, you know, they got the dry ice and there's all this fog. Let me tell you something. If I go out to dinner with you and then I take you out to a Rockin' Bowl and meet up with some friends, I'm done with you. You know, I'm just kind of filling out the rest of the evening. Here's my pal, Jennifer, over here. Say hi to my friend. When guys say that, it has a very different meaning than when women say it. When a woman brings you a complete stranger, a male stranger, and says, say hi to my friend, Bruce. That's somebody whose penis she's seeing. This is not somebody she goes to the library with, okay? That's somebody she had sex with. When somebody like me, when I say this is my friend Jennifer, what I'm really saying is, this was going to be my buddy until I spent some time with her. She's now been demoted to friend, and after tonight, she's going to be my ex-friend. That's essentially what I'm saying. There's no good reason to bring a friend on a date. Have you ever been faced with that? By the way, when a woman brings one of her friends on a date, she's letting you know there's not going to be sex. I tell you boys, The minute she says she's bringing her friend along, cancel. Run. Ever show up at a chick's house? She's like, my friend, and she's really depressed today because her boyfriend left her, and so I told her she could come along with it. Forget it. I'm willing to bet that many of you out there have tolerated an evening with somebody's friend. Now, look, if you think that friend is likely to get involved in a threesome or some other kind of kinkoid sex, which is, of course, a rarity among people you've just met, that's one thing. But generally, that's not the case. Generally, the friend is a sad sack who's going to drag the entire evening down and give the date for the evening a perfect excuse to bolt. Well, I'd love to come over to your house, but I have to take my friend home. Ever get that one? I have to take my friend home. Told you the story of the woman who I was gunning for. She was gunning for me. She was all over me, and then she said she'd meet me in a little while, and she showed up at the bar with a male friend. This is my friend, Steve. And so there I am, sitting in my hotel room. I had a suite. And there I am with the chick who just had her hands all over me 2 hours ago. And her friend, whatever his name was, Steve or something like Steve. And the three of us just kind of sitting there awkwardly. And they were like, raiding my minibar. Well, some radio station was paying for it, so what do I care? But they were raiding my minibar. And the three of us just kind of sat there staring at each other, and I'm sitting there with the clicker. I'm just tuning around the 15 or 20 channels or so you get in a hotel room. And you're just lucky to find E or VH1 or anything to break the tension. VH1 will have some special on, like every hit song that ever began with X. We're doing it all weekend long, and you're just playing this in the background just to make everybody forget about the fact that there is a severe problem here. I thought I was having sex with her. She brought him along as a life raft. Now the three of us sit there as this uncomfortable triangle. I mean, the minute you see somebody who's not part of the equation, run. Run. I'm amazed, that people do this. I mean, why go on a date with somebody if your ultimate goal is not to at least explore the possibility of having sex with them? And with a friend coming along, the friend will definitely ruin that possibility. And I didn't understand why, especially guys, tolerate this. The guys are so desperate to get laid, they think if they're nice to the friend, the girl will put out. The friend is the excuse. The friend is going to be the excuse. Well, my friend has been drinking, and she needs a ride home, and I would love to stay here, but I have to take her home. Tell you what, it's 4 a.m. Let me take her home, and then I'm going to call you as soon as I get there. Ever get one of those? Love when that happens. Talk about a buzzkill. And I swear, that one night in my hotel room, I actually did that. Sat in my room, twiddling my thumbs, 4:30 in the morning, and I am lying there, dead lying there. I've been boozing it up all night pretty good, and now I've got this real buzz on, and I'm sitting alone in a room. While she went to take her friend home. She had to take him home. And then I'll call you when I get there. And I literally fell asleep. And at 5:15, the phone rings in my room. Phone rings. I don't mean to be a drag, but, I took my friend home, and, and then I had to come home and change, and I got here, and I looked at the clock, and it was 5:15, and I got to be at work tomorrow morning at 9. Actually, it's this morning. I can't believe it's this morning. I'd be to work in 4 hours. So can I get a rain check? Oh, God. Kill me now. The minute you see a friend on the horizon, when you think you're going to be going on a date or you're going to be getting laid, at that moment, it is time to find some excuse and get out. at that moment. Not even one drink, not even a cup of coffee, not even driving around the block and taking a tour, nothing. The minute you see the friend, your pager's going off, your cell phone is buzzing, something is happening, and you've got to get out of there because you are about to get rooked. Am I wrong about this?
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
I just wanted to call and tell you how much of a schmuck I think you are. You're the king of the schmuck. But I think it's great. I'm a schmuck, too.
I'm the most entertaining schmuck in radio.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Nicole on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Tom?
I'm doing okay, Nicole.
I was just calling. I don't really agree with what you were saying about how if you bring someone on a date with you, that it's going to ruin the date. I mean, I never go on...
No, I didn't say it's going to ruin the date. I said you're not going to get what you came for, which for men is sex.
Well, my boyfriend and I don't go on dates unless we have chaperones. We only go on dates with our friends.
Well, dear, that's fine for the Mormons and the religious fanatics out there, but for the average person, most of us go on dates to get laid.
Well, I don't... Most of my friends and my boyfriend and I...
Who belong to the same religious group as you do.
Not all, no.
Most.
Most, yeah.
Right. Well, that's my point. Most people do not belong to whatever religious group you belong to. Which one is it?
I'm Christian.
Mm-hmm. Well, most people, even if they call themselves Christian, are out there to get laid. They're not out there to go and have a milkshake
out there
at the malt shop.
Until sex until marriage.
Very, very few.
Yeah, I suppose so, but I still think it's a good idea.
Now, you may think it's a good idea, but most people don't agree. My advice is based on reality for most people, not for meeting the exceptions to the rule like you.
Okay.
You see, by the way, you prove my point, because if you tell me you always go out with a friend when you're on a date, if I saw you coming, if you were going on a date with me and I saw you with your friend, then I would know you were not going to have sex with me, and it would be the right thing for me to get out of there.
Okay, yeah.
So you prove my point.
I guess it is.
Yeah. So anybody who sees somebody like Nicole coming with a friend, you're not getting laid. So if your purpose was to get laid, it's time to go.
I don't think everyone's purpose in a date.
I didn't use the word everyone. I said the vast majority of people, which is true. Certainly men.
Men mostly, I guess, yeah.
And a lot of women, but men for sure. You know, sitting there and having a little conversation with you over at Starbucks is not our idea of excitement.
Okay.
All right. And if you were Mormon, you wouldn't even be going to Starbucks.
I like Starbucks.
You know, I understand that, but if you were Mormon, you couldn't drink caffeine.
Yeah.
So there. All right, Nicole. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Maria on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great.
Great. I just want to tell you I usually don't agree with you, but this time I do completely.
Do you do that?
I do.
You bring a friend along so you'll have an excuse not to have sex.
That's completely right.
Yeah. So, boys, anytime you see the friend, it's time to come up with an excuse to get out of there. Don't waste your evening.
That's right.
Exactly. And do you ever, when you go without a friend, that's a good sign.
When I go without a friend, I'm planning to have a good night.
Right. You brought an extra pair of panties with you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're not wearing any.
Maybe.
Yeah, look at you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Maria. Listen, she's getting all... She's blushing, and she's getting turned on at the same time. Just the thought of it. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Sergio on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, Dad.
Son, how are you?
Doing fine, and yourself?
Great.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, I was over at a chick's house, bought a couple of booze, started drinking up a little bit. Then out of nowhere, she decided to call up one of her friends. Around that time, decided to just pick up my stuff and start leaving until she told me who it was. Happened to be one of her bisexual friends, and she came over. It was kind of trash at the moment, and when she came over, threw the little idea of a threesome at the way. Everything ended up going to plan. Ended up getting to that night, probably one of the best nights of my life.
Well, see, I'll put that proviso on it. If a woman says, "This is my bisexual friend Jenny," maybe I'd hang around to see what developed, because she's telling you that for a reason.
Yeah, but the thing was, she didn't tell me who it was until I asked who was coming over.
Yeah, but if you didn't know the person, you would have left.
Exactly. Didn't really know her either. She just said bisexual.
Yeah, well, you knew she was bisexual, so you knew anything could happen.
That's right.
You know, by the way, you could know lots of bisexuals, but they don't tell you.
Exactly.
Unless they have a reason to tell you.
Right?
That's right. All right, Sergio.
All right, Tom, could you take me out old school?
Old school, of course. 1-800-5800-TOM. Jeremy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's up, Tom?
Not much, Jeremy.
You know, I hate to do it, Tom, but as far as the Vince Vaughn comment goes, I think that guy just wants to party, and I think he can get away with, like, you know, the more the merrier as far as the more girls a girl would bring. You know, sure, you know, throw some to your friends too, right?
Now, he's talking about bringing his own friends.
Well, I mean, if you bring a couple of your friends, she brings a couple of her friends, I think you got a party on your hands.
I don't agree with that. Especially if you're going, like, to a restaurant or something, you know, or a club. That's not a party.
Yeah, that's not really.
I'll tell you what. If you have a hot tub and somebody says, "I'll bring my friends and you bring your friends," that's different.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Do you think he has a hot tub at home or no?
Well, he didn't mention a hot tub here. It sounds to me like he's talking about going out on a date.
Like holding hands. He's like he's dating that Christian chick you just called.
You know, something like that. 1-800-5800-TOM. David on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Well, I had this date with this chick. We're supposed to meet up at a restaurant. And she shows up with this so-called friend that just came out of town. So we went in there, sat down. So I ordered, you know, we all ordered our meal. I got up, excused myself, went out the front door.
That's what you have to do.
I mean, it was like, forget it. I mean, what's going to happen now? I mean, we'll sit up and talk all night, forget it. I just went out and had me a good time.
Yep, that's what you got to do.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, ever since that night in my life, I never, ever did that again. Never.
Yeah.
Never.
And I got the meanest messages left on my phone, too. And then I ordered for the money, for the meal.
Yeah, well, yeah, screw that. Did you pay?
Oh, hell no.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Don't pull that on me.
Yeah.
Right,
even worse, if you do what I say you shouldn't do, you date a single mother and she tells you she's bringing the kid along because she can't find a babysitter.
Forget it.
Blow it off. Tell her make it another night. Make it a night when the sitter can make it.
Yeah, that's true.
Why waste your time?
That's true, Tom. Very true.
Yep.
All right, Tom. Blow me up, Tom.
Here you go, David. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Cindy on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Do you care, Cindy?
Yes, I do.
I'm
You're
doing.
my daddy.
Ooh, really?
Yes.
You might have to come over here for a little discipline later on.
Cool. For that.
Yeah.
A long-time listener, first-time caller. My husband actually got me into listening to you, and I agree with you 100% because I've done it, and I'm still doing it.
What do you mean you're still doing it?
I'm still doing it. I still sometimes go out on dates.
Yeah, so you have an open marriage?
No, he doesn't know that.
Oh, he doesn't know that?
No, he doesn't.
Really?
And he listens to Tom Leykis.
Oh.
Hopefully he's listening.
Oh, you want him to find out?
I'm pretty sure he has like an idea, but he's not sure.
So now you're confessing to him on the air.
I guess.
So when did this start? Now you have to tell me the story. When did it start?
Ever since I found out he was cheating on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're dying for him to find this out. How long ago was that?
About 6 years ago. So
by the way, how old were you when you got married?
My first marriage?
This one. Let's start with this one.
My second marriage, I was 22.
Yeah.
22, 23, something like that.
Well, you say you were married 7 years and you're 28. That would mean 21 you got married.
21, I guess, yeah.
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, ever since I found out that he was cheating on me, I went ahead and said, you know what, kids who can play at this game.
So you married twice by the age of 21. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it ain't. It sucks, but...
Well, why'd you do it?
I was made at 16. Religion, you know.
They made you get married? What religion was this? Jehovah's Witnesses or something?
So much Christianity.
Some kind of Christianity. So your parents arranged a marriage for you at 16?
It wasn't arranged. I got myself knocked up, and his mother was very convincing to my mother, and no father, like always, in the picture. Was the only child, so they went ahead and made me get married to a 7-year-older. He's 7 years older than me. At this moment, he's like 34 years old, but yeah.
Wait a minute. You got married the first time at 16?
Yes.
Then you got divorced at what age?
Can't remember. It was in 99, I think it was. Because I left.
So you were 23 when you got divorced. Wait a minute.
No. 90...
22?
I'm not sure. But
You're not sure?
18. I think I was 18 when
How many kids did you have with this guy they made you get married to?
2 kids.
You had kids with him?
Yeah, I was about to have an abortion with my second child, but they did the whole drama thing about me killing my kid and all this, and I knew that I couldn't have it, but they made a big scene about it, and I didn't want to.
All right, so you were lucky enough to escape from that. Then why did you get married again?
Because I thought I was in love, and it was on my own that I decided I was ready to get married.
And you were wrong again, huh?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And but even though you were wrong, you had how many kids then with this guy?
With this guy, I had 2 more.
2 more. So now you're 28. You've got 4 kids. You've been married twice.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years ago, you started dating other guys while you're married, and you have 4 kids.
Yes.
So he stays home and takes care of your 2 and your other 2.
No, he doesn't stay at home. He works.
So who takes care of all 4 of your kids?
School.
Until 3, and then what happens?
The first one, I let one of my babysitters take care of, and then I go out.
Mm-hmm. And then you go on, when you're out on dates, but where are your kids?
Either as soon as he gets home from work, the kids are already asleep, and I drop them off. And I leave. Or my mom takes
You drop them off where?
With my mother. She lives in front of us.
So your mother takes care of all 4 of your kids. Does your mother know why you need a babysitter?
No, she just thinks that I'm going out doing errands late at night.
Well, you are, but you're taking your panties off.
Bible study. It's all good.
Oh, you tell it's Bible study?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was out reading the Bible last night, Mom, with my pants off.
Enjoying it, every bit of it.
Right, and let's guess you're not using any birth control, so you probably have kid number 5 somewhere along the way.
No. Thank God I had the, tubal ligation.
Oh.
I had all that, so I do use protection and all that.
How do you meet these guys?
Oh, either shopping, washing my car while they're,
You're just always on the make. Whenever you see somebody who looks good, you just go, hey, come here.
Well, actually, they talk to me, so I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? If like you say, if they're doable, they're doable. If they're not...
How long do you take to decide if they're doable?
I talk to them for a while, like 2-3 months before I even go out with them.
Right. And then you invite a friend. Now, get back to the original subject. You bring a friend along on these dates?
Yeah, most of the time.
And what is the purpose of that friend, so the guys can hear this? What is the purpose of the friend?
The purpose is because you don't know if there's crazies out there, if you might get raped or anything. I know it's a long shot, but it's either, I tell them, if you hook up with somebody else, you hook up with somebody else. You leave me alone. But the purpose is to, if I like the guy from there, I'll just let my friend know and they could leave.
Hang on a second, Cindy. Mark, what did you want to say to Cindy?
I want to say, just get this stank off the air. She's killing me. You know who should have had an abortion was her mom.
Excuse me? Run that by me again?
You know who should have had the abortion? Your mother. You're wasting valuable airtime.
Why is that?
Because you're stupid. Listen to yourself.
Why?
You have no goals. You have nothing. You're shedding kids around this world that are going to take my money, and I'm sick of it.
You can even come up with a smart comment And you can't come up with a smart comment to shut me up.
What comment? No, it's very simple. It's very simple. I'm tired of paying for people like you that are going around pumping these kids out, going on welfare. They're having kids. It just multiplies.
Sweetheart,
Like
I'm
flies.
not on welfare. I'm not on welfare. I don't like welfare either. Nope.
You have a job.
And?
You have a job.
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't.
No, I don't. I'm on disability.
Oh, you're on disability. Must have hurt
my
yourself having
doctor
all these kids, didn't you?
No. Actually, I didn't have hard problems having them, so thank God.
Waste of my
See,
time.
like I said, it's a waste of your time. Then why are you calling?
Because I needed you to get off the air. You're killing me.
You bring something up.
So let me understand. You're on disability, and so while you're on disability, you go out and have sex with men all the time.
Excuse me?
So while you're on disability, you're out having sex with various guys.
Oh, I was just given the disability just recently.
Really? And
yeah.
And what is
I
your?
was working at a bank as a teller.
I see. And what is your disability?
MS.
Oh, you have MS.
Yeah, I was just recently diagnosed with it.
All right. Well, Mark, I'm going to move on here. I want to get another one in here. Mike, what did you want to say to Cindy?
There's no way this bitch would have a guy hang on for 3 months without getting any. She is so full of it. There is no way. What do you think?
Sure?
Oh, yeah, come on. Like, a guy's going to sit and hang on for, 3 months without getting any? I mean, even if you're an LA-10, there is no way. A guy's just going to move on.
Let me give you some examples. I know most of some of the guys that I talk to.
Too much out there. No way.
Some of the guys that I talk to are
too many
Leykis listeners.
Give it up. There is no way.
Leykis listeners. It's a white. There's one. He has the same name as my husband. And I just started talking to him again because we lost contact, and he was trying to get me to go see him again. And I told him no. And he is a Tom Leykis listener, and he makes good money because he ended up taking me to Las Vegas about 2 years ago.
500 pounds, or reeking and stuff. Sorry, Tom, but yeah, there is no way.
Well, I have the people to prove it. I have the guys to prove it.
People to prove it. Yeah. Well, let's just face it, you're a slut. But there's no way. You're the guys you're getting are probably a bunch of greaseball losers, AIDS, freaks, whatever.
Because I'm very picky on my man. I'm very picky on my man. I don't just do anybody.
Whatever. Hey, Tom, take me out old school, will you?
Here you go, Mike. Matt, what did you want to say to Cindy?
Hey, Cindy.
Yes?
I'm just curious. Why do you got to be such a marriage whore? Why do you got to get all these men involved in your life and then be a tramp, and you're just going to do it again? You're going to go get married again, probably have a couple more little losers. Why are you doing that?
Just to have fun, just to see how men are sometimes weak and sometimes they're not.
Men are not weak. You're weak.
Just to have,
you have no idea what you're doing in life.
Why?
Why? I don't know why. I'm asking you why. See, you don't even know the answer to the own question. And it's all about you. You just want to go be a little tramp, run around. 6 years ago is a long time.
It's all good. Hey, guys do the same thing. Guys do the same thing. I'm just having fun, and I'm not getting caught in doing it.
Well, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What are you doing tonight? Because I'm a little horny.
See, that explains my theory right there as well. Guys are very stupid. I thought you were saying that I was a tramp. I'm just getting what you guys get. You're getting laid. Shut up. Just come and get me laid, and that's it. Don't talk about your girlfriend. Don't do anything else. Guys do this all the time. Why can't a girl do it?
Naomi, what do you want to say to Cindy?
I totally agree with her. Guys do this all the time, and just because she's a woman, they got to do the double standard thing. She's a woman. She's young and probably beautiful. Let her do her thing. When it comes to us, it's a big deal. I really hate that. So what if she's having fun? So what? So she can't have sex. Are you married?
Yes, I am. I've been married, but I've tried to keep it as calm as I can, but there's too much is too much. My husband's still doing it as we speak right now. Why can't I go out there and do my thing as well as him? He gets caught. I don't. Thank God.
Well, hang on a second, both of you. Naomi, I'm going to bring in Mike as well. Mike wants to take on both of you. Mike, what do you want to say here?
Hey, you two little sluts. You guys are idiots. You know, first of all, you have no education.
I didn't say I was doing it. I'm just saying it's okay. She's doing it.
Hey, Bimbo, shut up.
No, Bimbo your mama, boo.
Hey, listen, bitch. I'll slap you upside the head. You guys are both idiots. You know what? First of all,
Whatever.
Hey, see, that's your answer. You're an illiterate little wetback that doesn't know.
How do you know?
You know what? You don't know your head from your, you know what? You're an idiot. You know what? You should have been a stain.
Neanderthal.
Hey, you know what? You too, dum-dum. Hey, dum-dum.
Neanderthal. Please
dum-dum. You know, you guys should have both been stains on your mother's backs. Okay?
Anyways, Neanderthal.
For one thing, I'm not doing what she's doing.
I thought right now, a few minutes ago, you were asking for me to, because you wanted to hook up with me. What happened with that now? Only because I put you down. Only because I put you down on national radio. Now you're calling and talking.
That other guy that wanted to hook up with. Shut up! Jesus Christ!
Anyway.
By the way, Mike, Cindy thinks you're a Neanderthal.
Well, you know what? She's a moron. You know what? These girls have no class. They have no self-respect. They're filthy little sluts.
Oh, my God!
1-800-5800-TOM.
I'm Hispanic.
Well, you're Hispanic. How many Mexicans do you see at NASCAR?
Well, my whole family's involved, and that's...
Well, that's probably 12 people, but what about the rest?
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Do you bring friends along when you go on a date? Have you ever been on a date and then found it was the two of you in a third wheel? What do you do when that happens? 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Greg on the Tom Leykis Show.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm okay, Greg.
Good. I just called to say that I'm cranking up on my car home because I work in a gentleman's club in Los Angeles area, and we have this conversation all the time with the girls. The girls have the guys, the guys that are dating the girls, they always bring their friends along because they're so impressed that their friend is dating a stripper. And the last two girls that were just on with the guy who was calling, it was hilarious because that's exactly how it sounds in our club when we have this conversation at the end of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, really, people should turn the other way and leave immediately when they have a third wheel coming along.
Oh, I agree because, you know, it just creates an awkward position for everybody. And for the girls who work in the club that have this problem, you know, they're people too outside of work. So they're not some spectacle to be shown all the time.
Yeah.
So, all right, Tom, can you take me out with Kobe style?
Kobe style. Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. It beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You want to know why women wear makeup and perfume?
Why?
Because they're ugly and they stink.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Scott. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, man?
Doing okay, Scott.
Good. You're God.
Thank you.
All right. I just wanted to...
No, I mean, thank you.
I thought I'd tell you what to do when you got an extra with you. I had my buddy and we were up in Hawaii, and there was only one hot chick that we both thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
So we took her up to the room. My buddy got oral, and I nailed her. Just shared it. So you got two girls, just share them. Just take them both.
Really?
That's what you got to do. You know, we were both happy. She was happy.
Yeah, but what are the odds that's going to happen to anybody? It happened to you once, but what's the odds that people could make that happen?
You know, you go on vacation, and, you know, those girls, they're just looking to find something wild.
More often than not, a chick like that is going to stop you from having sex with the original person rather than make it into a threesome.
You know, she might have been going through the same thing, though. Which guy? Well, she got two.
All right, well, Scott, thank you for that. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com. That's Tom@blowmeuptom.com. Or send us a text message to 89866. That spells TX-TOM. Send it to 89866.
The Tom Leykis Show.